Hi and welcome back to my film and TV channel. I hope you're all staying safe and well. We have we're going over to the world of Netflix today to look at an action thriller that's currently showing. It started on the 3rd of June 2022. And we're going to have a look at something called Interceptor. Please, if you enjoy what I do, if you can press that subscribe button if you've not already done so, or pass the word if you have. It help me out and make an old film watcher very, very happy. And please press that notification button as well, so you know these little vlogs are coming out, reviews, TV drama reviews, film reviews, information vlogs, lots of different stuff on here as well. So be much appreciated. Yes, Interceptor, an action thriller, an American-Australian combination. This one, action drama film. It's classed as just a good old-fashioned action thriller. You know, good old-fashioned Van Damme used to be in, and all these other old actors in the day, Chuck Norris, Cynthia Rothrock, all that sort of thing. You know, we know where we're coming from with this. Directed by Matthew Riley from a screenplay that he wrote along with Stuart Beattie. I watched this on the 5th of June 2022, so a couple of days after it came out. It's not getting great reviews, but I thought I'd give it a watch because I did start to watch some of these. I'll start to watch and turn off. I watched the first 5 minutes and I was okay. I was sort of interested, so I kept it on. But it's only getting on Internet Movie Database 4.4 out of 10, so not great, not a great score. That's based on 3,621 reviews. I ignore the 10 out of 10s and 1 out of 10s, as you know. So you're still left with 1,103 people, not bad, who scored it between 6 and 9, and 1,607 who scored it a little bit less, between 2 and 5, so very much in the majority, the negatives on this, but that works out at 41% positivity. It's not a total disaster, but not great either, of course. Rotten Tomatoes audience as well, they're at 4.6 out of 10, so sort of very similar, isn't it? 4.6 Internet Movie Database 4.4. What's it about anyway? It's about the tough and reality bruised Captain J.J. Collins, who's played by Elsa Pataky, or Pataky. I've not seen much of this young lady. Finds herself in charge of a lone nuclear missile interceptor base. Of course she does, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. A lot of complaints about a woman being the sort of main lead in this. I don't understand why that's a big problem, but a lot of complaints. She's wrongfully drummed. She's there because she's been wrongfully drummed out of her dream job at the Pentagon when a simultaneous coordinated attack then threatens the base itself. Collins comes face to face with the charismatic yet crooked Alexander Kessel, played by Luke Bracey, a former US military intelligence officer intent on carrying out an unthinkable plan. Well, he thought of it. With only minutes on the clock, Collins must utilise her years of tactical training and military expertise to determine who she can trust and stop Kessel and his covert mercenaries from completing their twisted and terrible mission. Yeah, bit Tom Clancy-ish in its sort of layout, I suppose. What about the critics, though? We've heard from the public. Well, the Rotten Tomatoes critics, not a great amount of them. There's only, I think, 23 altogether. 11 fresh, so that's not too bad, and 12 rotten, so almost halfway, and it's scoring 5.4 out of 10, so a little bit better than the public. 48% positivity rating, so again, slightly up on what we've seen. Metascore, the other Metacritic site we look at, only 4 critics have bothered, or could be asked doing this. 1 positive, 2 mixed, and 1 negative. So again, this is pretty much down the middle. 49 out of 100, 38 to 63 out of 100. The 4 guys gave it. The lowest was from one of our regulars, Roger Moore from Movie Nation. He said, a cut rate cast. He doesn't hold anything back, Roger, with this. A cut rate cast, green director, and a script so bad it wouldn't attract better actors or directors is no way to rebuild public confidence in your business or its Netflix original movies. So he's not very happy with Netflix. Has he seen some of the other guff that's on there? Okay, all right, just because it's not as bad as other things, I suppose that's not a positive. Well, it is a positive, but not the greatest positive, is it? But RogerEbbett.com, yeah, Brian Tellerico, another guy we do quote a lot of, he gave it 63 out of 100. He was a bit more impressed. He said, it's such an old-fashioned action film that it practically plays like a discarded Chuck Norris script. There you go, there's the guy. Just with some modern gender politics and social issues in play. In brackets, although someone like Cynthia Rothrock, again, someone we mentioned, could have easily headlined almost exactly the same film in the 1980s. She probably could. I have plenty of videos of her in my little video shop. Right, my little thoughts. Yeah, I do totally understand the negativity on this one, as you can see. A bit marmitey. There's not many in-betweens. It's a lot of either it's good or it's awful. And I can appreciate that. It is a throwback, has been hinted at there, to the classic action thrillers. It was a staple diet of the 80s, 90s, the O's, the 2000s. Certainly in the video market. As I said, I did own a video shop from 95 to 2008. But obviously I was watching videos from the 80s, and this was the staple stuff. This was the stuff that a lot of the stuff on the shelves looked good on the box as you picked it up. And this is what you got. This is what you got. It had its place. Of course, is there still a place for this? I think there is. I think there's still a place for this sort of film. Always room for a turn your brain off action thriller, of course. Is this the best of the genre? Absolutely nowhere near. Not a cat in hell's chance, but certainly, as I said, a lot better than some of the dub stuff we get on Netflix these days. So as I said, just because it's not as bad as something else, is that a positive? Possibly not. We perhaps should be getting a little bit more from Netflix, but there's always room for this sort of thing. I mean, if you go into this with low expectations, as I did, seeing the scores, I didn't expect much at all. I was pleasantly surprised it wasn't that bad compared to what we're seeing as far as reviews. So keep your expectations very low. If that's the normal bar average, keep them down here somewhere, and you'll be all right with this. I'm just going to give it. I am going to score it. As I say, a lot of stuff I think is absolute garbage. I don't give it any score. But as I said, because I came into this with low expectations, I'm going to give it a basic 5 out of 10 halfway mark, which is just a simple turn my brain off, and I watched it, and it was okay. Absolutely nothing wrong with this. There's a lot worse out there, but as I say, I do appreciate some guys not liking it at all, because yes, it is a bit corny and a bit low ranking on the actor scale, but all good turn your brain off fun for me anyway. So, think back to some of the Tom Clancy's that were turning Op Centre. They are turning to films. We're not talking classics there, are we? That's for sure. Anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please, until we meet again, you and your family stay safe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.